had a problem lately where one of, like, not one of anything. Um, we've got, we had a handful of games kind of just sitting on the desktop because I was like, well, I feel like I've got a little bit of something left to do in these. Like, I want to get to these on my own time and finish them up. And one of those was Transistor. And a couple days ago I booted it up and realized that the thing that it did is when you finish the game, it starts you over. It gives you the option, at least, to start it over from the beginning, but with the process, a new game plus it basically. And I was like, well, let me do that and see what's going on with that. And I played it for a little while and had a lot of fun. And this is a problem because like I have a lot of games I want to like finish up playing on my own time already, and I can't add a game that I've already finished to the pile. But that's the power of Transistor, I guess. The curse of having fun, literally. They need to make more bad video games. Hold on, let me have to turn my fan off. 1 second. Because you know about the difference between Sneeder OG and Subsistence. I checked a little bit. I've already forgotten. Unlike a lot of re-releases, it's pretty significant. Well, that's okay. Biggest one is the camera is totally different. Sneeder? I don't know if it's the origin point of it, but like an audio of the Snake Eater song, but it cuts out the end of Snake and the end of Snake, so instead of Snake Eater it says Sneeder. 3's totally fine on its own. Well, I'm doing all the original versions of everything. Snake versus Monkey? So I think it'll be fine to do the original of this. Anyway, I've talked a lot about not saying hello and welcome to Snake Eater. Which is not like I need to have a big spiel of introduction, but... And this is... maybe the Metal Gear game I know the most about before playing it. Which isn't a whole lot still. And once again, I've forgotten that the controls are... The X and circle button are different. Interesting. I am playing the series for the first time, but... not starting on 3? Three's pretty traditional to them so far. Oh, and I did like 2. 1 was fine. That one really means I'm starting with this one. Okay, I thought so. Normal me. After the end of World War II,
the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Konami Computer Entertainment Japan presents a Hideo Kojima game. Camera more like halfway point between traditional and something like MGS4. Free spinnable, more grab level. This Mathis, I feel, feels maybe familiar.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass.
Fixed camera
Okay.
appraiser. The fixed
Good.
camera
Got
appraiser
high
has logged
visibility.
on. My cigar.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
Least stressful
Does this panty
interaction with a blonde man. Panty waste.
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Camera
Hey,
freedom
are you deaf?
more conducive to the toys, so better for
Put on your
replays.
mask.
What a little hater.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
It's like that Final Fantasy XIV cutscene.
Sunrise.
Opening theme, Snake
External
Eater.
temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
Well, no, it's not Halo, this is Metal Gear.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by.
3's probably from memory the closest the series gets to having actual women.
Prepare for drop off.
Fortune was so close.
5, 4,
I like that this one has a woman in the opening cutscene,
1.
Spread your wings.
And fly. Got
just
you.
casually, like part of the crew. I don't think you should be doing all this. Oh. Blanca strategy. Directed by Hideo Kojima. Oh,
Jack,
he's
I've
called
got
that
some
because he's the
important
director
news.
of the game.
The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of
Go
our
back to live
norms.
footage.
His name is
classic.
Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on
Soviet
weapons development.
upskirt.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets
Sex-based
achieved
terms
first
for
manned
upskirt.
spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken.
Damn.
The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions
Whoa.
was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in
smart.
sneaking
Moles
Sokolov
can
over the Berlin Wall
burrow
shortly
under the
afterwards.
earth.
I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in
Tried to
one piece,
warn me
a
for
whole ordeal
saying
that
this.
left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying
Oh my god, real life
intermediate-range
Kennedy
ballistic
footage.
missiles in Cuba. The president demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert.
Kennedy
Soviet
MGS3
transport
real.
carrying missiles continued on
It
course.
makes me think of that. I think it was a
US and
Call of
Soviet
Duty
forces
game
went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council,
where there's like
official channels, to
a
end the
meeting with
hair-trigger
like
standoff.
Nixon and Kennedy and your player
Finally, on
character.
October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
IRBMs.
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid
Are
of
those
them
missiles
anyway.
that make you
They had
stupider?
no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets
Circles
pulled out
back
of Cuba
around.
just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand.
Khrushchev.
The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me,"
over?
until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received
Oh,
some new
hello.
information.
Thank you for the
from one of our
follow.
models.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision.
A special glue
Once
that
more,
can walk up and
it's
down
on the verge
anything.
of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
I wonder how many of these are real
Virgin Cliffs.
location
Nice
names
name
or
for a
real Russian
virtuous
names
mission.
and words.
They moved him there just recently.
Because some of the ones in
Why?
Metal Gear Solid 1
Apparently,
sounded
they're
really
conducting
fake.
a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Well, I almost forgot about this. They should let you do tricks like a skateboarding game to get more points.
listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West.
Maybe. I don't know just yet, but I hope so.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
They have yet to give me control over buttons. It gave me an R1
Once we've confirmed
prompt,
the
but I don't
rescue
know
of
what that
Sokolov,
means.
stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
And a Vulcan
Sounds
radar.
like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast.
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
That would never happen. Is that bad? Do I need that? Ants when they see a crumb. Anteaters when they see an ant. What the fuck? Okay. Well, right off the bat, there's some new displays that I don't know anything about. Uh-oh. Ah. Yep. Do I have to... Nope. Okay, well, enough is the same. Ooh, a knife. Press firmly. Calorie make a balanced nutrition food. This is a throwable, huh? Revival pill can wake up from fake death. Okay. He's kind of got a Castlevania strut in this game. Hello?
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
Well, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom.
Okay.
Oh, and Snake.
Yeah,
The crew isn't watching anymore. You can take off the disguise now.
good idea. This isn't right. Time for the snake to shed his skin.
Okay, so why even... Whatever. I guess it, like... Oh, you picked that you... Oh... And that's why they called him Jack? Or do they always do that? They did a silly mode fake out. I mean, they got me.
Can you hear me, Major Tom? This is Snake.
Like
Kept
the
you
song.
waiting, huh?
This will be a
Well, like
sneaking
Smash
mission.
Bros.
You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great.
I mean, I've got pants
Now
and
I see
stuff.
why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
Procure on site. You see a
Climb
gun,
a
you
tree.
eat it.
Stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gun show. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Okay. Something was moving around over here. Oh. Okay, well, it's frogs, but I guess I can't do anything about frogs. There's always something moving on the surface. Okay, so I can crawl under a log right there, but there was a grass patch over here. Does this go to anything? Oh. Restores life. Life medicine. Yeah.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack.
I see you're
In the
trapped in my
survival
gay and
viewer,
stupid maze,
choose
Snake.
weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out.
They dox
To
him?
recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone.
Interesting.
So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure.
Okay.
Can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It
You
could
don't say.
spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back
Snake
to
is
life?
dead.
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
Gaze too far into the abyss.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost
Only this
importance. The first member of the support
can die
team
any
will
other
be
time.
in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name.
You have to sell your name to buy more snakes to
Django.
eat.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of
Okay, yeah.
recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the
No.
reserved save frequency. 140.9.
It'll only truly be good
So
when,
saving lets me record my mission data.
like,
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
the save file
Speaking of snakes, you remember the
function
boss, don't
isn't
you? A legendary soldier and your mentor.
defaulted to
Actually,
being
it was
like
the boss that got the DCI's
a female
authorization in the
contact.
first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really?
She's here.
Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier.
Finally, a guy
I can't
character
teach you
who
that.
resolves weirdly.
A soldier needs to be strong
Around
in
a woman
spirit,
character.
body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit.
Snake,
Spirit
forget all
and
that other
body are
stupid
like
shit I
two
told
sides
you.
of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics
can't be true.
determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret
I already
mission.
made it in
A
like
soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter.
facetiousness,
but you're
but
not quite a
in my
soldier.
Tumblr
A
announcement post for
soldier
this
is a
stream, I was
political
like,
tool, nothing more.
I bet this game won't
That's
have any
doubly true
like
if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his
philosophical
mission. He has
spiels
no
or anything like
enemies
that.
And no friends. Only the mission.
I think this
You
is
follow
the
orders
record
you're given.
so far for
That's
how
what
early
being
in
a
the game
soldier is.
I
they've
do
given
whatever
me
I
one.
have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether
Kojima
you're
per
going to
game
live
is
as a
increasing
soldier
at an
or just
exponential
another
rate.
man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient: loyalty
You
to
can't
the
say
end.
that.
Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms
My
are up,
president, right or
others
wrong?
will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People
Okay,
aren't the ones who
well,
dictate
I
the
was
missions.
joking.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit. A group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC.
CQC. Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My
Here are
frequency
her
is
exact coordinates.
141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Okay. I'll remember forever.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Snake, try to remember who you are. And your true self as well.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Oh. Oh, I have a directional microphone too. Okay. Okay. Dramutij Swampland. I probably still pronounced that wrong. Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark. Oh, I've realized that the little percentage up top is how in stealth I am or something. Well, let me look at my other toys. I've got a lot of stuff right now. Sonar that detects aminals. Sensor that detects motion. Sensor that detects life forms. Deactivates all other all other vibrations. Interesting. Fake death pill. Cigars. Binoculars. Zoom in with triangle, out with square. Well, that's the waters. Oh. That's an aminal. This guy's awesome. This is so cool. Oh, he's guarding something. And he's got a friend. Okay. Hold on. Good night. Get up. Oh, there's another one over there. Ah! Oh, fuck. I guess he's not. If I'm not attacking him, he's not willing. He's not interested in attacking back. Gavial! I don't actually know how to say that. I've never said it. I've never heard it said out loud. That's not it. I do like having an actual pause menu. So now I've got splitter for indoor ops. I have my mask. Use for disguise. I guess that's good if I get noticed. Black face paint. Woodland face paint. Ugh, I don't like that. I don't I don't know how to feel about this either. Give me this. Naked, nothing worn on the upper body. Actively lowers my stealth. Tiger stripe, effective in trees, grass, or against soil. Leaf. Effective in underbrush. Tree bark. Squares. Ugh. I assume these are going to be, like, relative to each other. And the kind of thing I want to, like, swap around, but... Not eaten yet, taste unknown. Let me eat of this. Was tasty. Moderate. Oh, I guess stamina is different from health, isn't it? Okay. Encourage calling paramedic after I eat stuff. Good enough for me.
I see you've captured an Indian gavial.
Gavial.
The Indian gavial is a crocodile that originally lived in freshwater regions in India and Nepal.
Why are Indian crocodiles way out here?
They're captive crocodiles that were brought here for research purposes but escaped and became wild again. Indian gavials are large creatures. Adult males grow to over 6 meters in length.
That's right.
You'll never catch one alive, even if you use the tranquilizer gun.
I tried the meat. It was great.
Well, good for you. But be careful when capturing an Indian gavial. Normally they're cowardly creatures, but the ones in the forest there are belligerent. Apparently they attack humans.
What do you mean?
They weren't the direct subject of any serious research.
I mean, they're not too
Some
hostile.
think they may have become violent as a side effect of the atomic research that was conducted nearby.
See, in the first game, Master Miller, who wasn't actually Master Miller, announced himself as, like, a wildlife expert or something. But there was almost never any reason to call him. I guess maybe I could have called him about the wolves, now that I think about it, but... Bastard Miller. Okay, yeah, that was just more normal gavial. Is that a something right there? That looks like beehive. Okay. That's enough of that. Yeah, I did pretty much figure that out pretty quick, but I was having fun. I guess I don't really need any more. Gavial meat. What? Oh, and that was a what? Oops. Okay. I don't actually know what I just picked up. Unless I want to trudge through the grasses. I don't think there's anything else to grab around here. I do have an item that isn't equipped. Oh, my life medicine. Yeah, I picked that up before I, Snake! Fuck yes, we're going Resident Evil 4 mode. Reticulated python. Tasty.
The gauge below your life gauge is your stamina gauge. It shows, as the name suggests, your remaining stamina. As you consume stamina, your natural life regeneration is slowed, and your hands shake more.
I just get life back
Your
naturally,
O2
that's
gauge
nice.
and grip gauge also become shorter. Excessively low stamina can often impede your mission objectives. Make sure you replenish stamina before that occurs.
Okay, can we talk about the snake that I found?
That area is home to the reticulated python. The reticulated python is said to be the longest snake in the world. The biggest ones can grow up to 10 meters in length. Although they're not poisonous, they're still very dangerous, so be careful around them. They have a highly ferocious temperament, and they can swallow whole, even large animals like deer and pigs. Their most distinguishing feature is the mesh pattern of their scales. This pattern acts as a highly effective natural camouflage. If you think there might be a reticulated python about, pay close attention to your surroundings. Otherwise, you could get bitten before you even know it's there.
Swallow hole? Oh yeah, it's called a
It's
mouth.
a huge snake, but you should be able to capture it alive by using the tranquilizer gun. I'll bet if you capture one and throw it at an enemy, it'll give him a good scare.
That's awesome.
You've eaten one, haven't you?
Yeah, it wasn't half bad.
Cannibal.
What was that?
Nothing. Talk to you later.
Oh, I like her. I get it now. I see him. I think I maybe missed. Yes, Snake H. Okay. Yeah, this one is captured alive. My toy. Alright. As easy as it would be to just spend a bunch of time, like, looking for animals. Is there guys ahead? Oh.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak
I'll
through
do
the
my
jungle
best.
without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer.
No way.
The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index.
I learned all this already.
The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder
I've
you are to
basically
spot,
mastered this
and
mechanic.
vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Makes new use of the codec space to have info displays is really fun. Yeah, for sure. Okay. I didn't actually think that would work. Well, I've got frog now. Didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Oh, he's coming over here. No, that's still less effective. I guess this is just like a nice multi-purpose. It's very tempting to Oh, I like the little cage. My palm snake.
Who's that?
Fuck. This is bad. Oh, this is not good at all. I'm trying to think I didn't hit either of those guys. Oh, I clearly got him with one of those. See you. Okay. Thank God.
This is HQ. Control here. We've lost sight of the intruder. Going into high alert. Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Literally where and who? Alright, well. Oh, there's a guy over there. Totally reset my caution meter doing that, but my eyes, whoops, not anybody else around right now. We're gonna go tree mode. Get me the hell out of here. I do a little bit wish that there was like a middle ground. Or, I don't know. Snake.
HQ. This is HQ. What's going on? Respond. What's going on out?
Stop that. You're done for. This is fucked.
We can't spare any reinforcements. You'll have to make do.
God damn it. Alright. Did he run away, or did he get past me somehow?
Who's that? I see him.
Done for. Oh, there's like at least 2 more guys. I bet you a lot of the same guys have woken back up by now. Everything is fucked, but we're getting through it. Hold on, there's a something for me right here. You're done for. Okay, alright, my mistake. Deeply ridiculous sequence of it. Whoa! Whoa! Double tap. I mean, talk about schmovement. Wow. I'm starting to think he might be dead. So this was a disaster. Let's have some tree frog. Oh no. Oh, that's a giant anaconda. That's something different entirely.
This is HQ.
Control here. We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
There's still guys.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
How could I ever forget some days you snack on a tree frog? Anyway.
I see you've captured a giant anaconda. The giant anaconda is believed to be the largest snake in the world in terms of weight and diameter. It's not poisonous, but its large size makes it extremely powerful. They say it even eats crocodiles. Its only natural predator is man.
And snake.
And snake. The giant anaconda is a very large snake, but you should be able to capture it alive using the tranquilizer gun.
Got it. So how does it taste?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
I'm glad I didn't disappoint you. So,
Well, the guide says it tastes all right.
good. I'll have to try some.
I see you've caught a tree frog. The tree frog is a green frog that's found throughout Asia. It's arboreal, spending most of its time in shrubs and bushes.
No, I
Use the
haven't cooked it at
tranquilizer
all.
gun to catch one alive. I bet you could scare an enemy good if you toss one at him. But the tree frogs that live in that jungle are a lot bigger than ordinary tree frogs.
They've got an appetite, huh?
You've got a one-track mind, don't you? But seriously, that is one theory. However, there are people who think it's a mutation caused by nuclear
Hungry,
testing
hungry.
waste from
Tree
the
frog
research
for me.
facility.
Yeah, I ate one, but it didn't taste that great.
Is that all you ever think about?
What else is there?
Lots.
Like what?
Like why a frog would get so big in the first place. Whether it's a temporary phenomenon created by a unique environment, or a permanent mark of evolution, or a product of the toxic waste coming out of the research facility. If it is the waste that's causing it, then it means humans are interfering with the ecosystem. It really makes you think about the changing relationship between...
This isn't interesting.
Oh,
Oh,
fine. Be that way.
come on. I do actually want to...
Camouflage is an indispensable tool when you're sneaking through the jungle. To use camouflage, first press the start button to go to the survival.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna... I know all this. I know all this. Well, with my track record this far, I would like to... I see him. Hello. I guess while he's all the way over there, I'm gonna do nothing. Let's all eat anything. Trying to...
This is HQ. Understood. Resume your patrol.
Birds are very skittish, so they're not too easy to sneak up on, it seems. I guess like laying here in the grass at full health with hopefully only one guy left is a good time to drop a save real quick.
Saving the game, Snake?
Facts. Those are real.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of
Oh.
Godzilla, King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
What did he mean?
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version too. I recommend seeing the
kinda
original
sucks hot
Japanese
shit.
one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course. Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
Did they... Had the American Godzilla actually... Oh, the American version of the original, okay. Huge and everybody called you Angie loves movies. Finally, a real character. Also, yeah, do you think while Snake's been fucking around stabbing guys to death, she was like, well, until he calls me about something that isn't an animal he just ate, I should get a PowerPoint set up about my favorite movie. I see him. You're done.
It's my imagination.
talk about timing. Glance around, make sure there's no other hater. A little too slow. Okay, I think he's done. Hater Vision lets you see all the baddies who have been quote retweeting you lately in your area. Snake, we've been able to track down the IPs and home addresses of everyone who's disagreed with you about movies on Twitter. The most toys, sandbox, emergent. I feel like emergent comedy would be a good selling point for games. I'm gonna have to like do it right, but okay, I'm gonna try to get visual on a bird. Now we have Hitman. It's the stealth game. Bird.
I see you've captured a magpie.
Magpie.
Magpies are members of the crow family. They're distinguishable by their beautiful dark blue and white bodies and their long tails. Their favorite food is insects, but they'll also eat small fish,
They're actually
acorns,
awesome.
and fruit. They're omnivores, which means...
They'll eat anything.
Right, just like you, huh?
Okay, so how do they taste?
You always ask me that.
Naturally. So,
I've never heard of anybody actually eating a magpie, but I suppose there's no reason you couldn't.
you don't say.
Oh,
Well, I won't be doing that. Magpie pie. I assume this is live magpie, on account of I did get it with the tranquilizer. I think we're done here. All I did was kill everybody. Dolino Vodno? David Bowie's in my context list because the Colonel Campbell equivalent in this game is somehow more of a dork. Oh, can I have that? Can I steal that? Oh. Oh! Paramedic, I just had this really funny idea.
What was that noise?
Well, that didn't.
Nothing here.
Did I get him? I just feel like I didn't... Oh. Yes, I did. Okay, get up. Get up. Did I accidentally shoot another guy that was way back there? Our fruit. Did I not even hit the beehive? Hold on. Or is it over there? Oh, I sure didn't. Can I get rid of this guy? David Hayter. Yes! I could do anything. Oh, I see you over there. I'm about to be the Widowmaker of Metal Gear. Okay, no, I don't think that'll actually work out. Into the sea. What is... that's River down there, so that's okay. He survived. Is that it? Interesting. Okay, I'm learning so much. Only the sea is deadly. Wow. I forgot that, Remember, Snake, you can use your hater vision to learn about the world around you. Okay, well, this is back up where I started. I either must have not hit a guy across the bridge, or he must have died. He must have fallen and died off the bridge. Okay, tell you what. Excuse me? Did I slip on bird poop or something? Fuck yes. We've got him this time. You're done. You'll never work in this town again. Fun tips about gameplay quirks. Try something. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Oh well. Wait a minute. It's probably just the rocky outcropping. I need to like eat a something soon. Wait a minute. The grip meter is eternal. On a living guy, you see how the radio flickers on their chest. Okay, well, let's eat mushroom because it's more likely to be hazardous. Sick! Pop those with a bullet to destroy the radio, so they can't call for backup.
I see you have a calorie mate.
Calorie mate.
Well, that's not what I called about.
Oh, the little block that looks like a cookie?
Try it, it's pretty good.
Okay. But what is this thing? Never seen anything like it.
Calorie Mate is an energy supplement that contains all the proteins, lipids, vitamins, carbohydrates, and minerals needed for a balanced diet. It's a well-balanced food. Because of that, it's just perfect for giving your body the nutrition it needs in combat.
It sounds like a space-age food.
Real astronaut food is not very good, but that should taste fine.
Yeah, and it'll help balance out all this jungle food I'm eating.
It's easy and quick to eat, so it's perfect when you're running late for an important mission in the morning.
I've never been late for a mission.
Really? Aren't you always keeping people waiting?
Uh-huh.
It's easy to keep track of your calorie intake and receive the nutrition your body needs, so it's good for losing weight, too. All of the geisha girls in Japan use it for watching their calories.
Is that why they're all so slim?
Right. And any diet where you eat nothing at all is bad for the body.
I see. You seem to know a lot about Japan, don't you?
Yes, I love Japan.
I wanted my username to be Otakon, short for Otaku Convention. But the major said they have it on reserve. Breathing fire about how weight loss always comes up when talking about food. Yeah, it sucks. Oh, I did want to call her about the mushrooms.
I see you found a Yabloko Maloko.
What now?
Yabloko Maloko. It's a Russian name that roughly translates as milk apple. It's a type of star apple.
The Himijoshi medic has logged
thick
on.
and sweet, like milk, hence the name. And if you cut one in half lengthwise, you'll see a star-shaped ring radiating out from the center.
Hence the star apple.
Right. The star-shaped part has a gelatinous texture and is said to be especially tasty.
Sounds useful.
You're welcome.
For once.
Did you say something?
Come on.
No, back to the mission.
Get it together, Snake. Okay, one more.
Eat food to recover stamina.
Well, I ate a mushroom.
Capture plants and animals to get food. I have information on the local plants and animals, so don't hesitate to ask.
Whoopsie. Try again.
I see you found some Siberian inkcap mushrooms. The Siberian inkcap is a mushroom from the inkcap family. Its life cycle is transitory. As soon as the spores mature, the cap starts to turn black, liquefy, and melt away.
Inkcaps are really cool.
An ink cap?
That's right. It doesn't really turn to liquid, but you get the idea. In its immature state, before it melts away, it's valued as a source of food.
I ate some, but they weren't that good.
Really? Just be sure not to eat them while you're drinking alcohol.
Why's that?
Ink caps contain coprin, which inhibits the function of aldehyde dehydrogenase. This prevents the body from breaking down alcohol, causing a buildup of acetaldehyde.
Meaning?
Meaning it will give you the hangover from hell.
Oh. Wait a minute.
What?
You think I'd drink alcohol in the middle of a mission?
Wouldn't you?
Hell no.
Well, I'm knocking a shot back now.
What?
Just teasing you.
David Bowie's trick.
Oh, come on. Where's your sense of humor?
I need a drink.
Well, I've learned a lot today. That's still the wrong button. Alright, well, over this way was the path that I saw. I'd rather not shimmy it if I can help it. Or, well, you know. I guess arguably it's shimmying it either way, but... Okay, hold on. XM16E1. Hold in first-person view and shoulder aim with L1 button. Toggle firing mode with triangle. Put on/off suppressor with circle in window. And Pentazamen. Okay, so is that... I forgot I have to equip it. I wonder if I can call... Well, I don't actually want to. Oh no, it's more of a one of those. Okay. No point with mushrooms. We got the goodies. We got a new gun. Rasfit. Is that bricks? Hater vision was deactivated.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump.
Major, this place fucking sucks.
I can't see Sokolov from here. Security is pretty tight.
If I was the military, I would get a cooler base.
There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Major, have you seen that TikTok where the woman goes over all
Your
the
objective is
play
Sokolov.
places she's
He's
installed in
inside
her
the factory.
house?
They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section.
That's
Got
what I
it.
would do if I had a secret base.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
I want you to tell him. Kept you waiting, huh? So it's one of those, like, here's me going about my day TikToks that people do every now and then. She, like, gets up in the morning and she goes out to her banister on her second floor of her house and opens it, and there's, like, a zip cord that she, like, rides down on. And, what else is there? There's, like, a, in the kitchen there's like a fire pole, a fireman pole, firefighter's pole to the laundry room. There's like a netting installed in the, like, near the roof of one of the rooms. And a lot of other silly stuff, like hidden doors and stuff. It's a little bit, it's a mix of, like, this does look pretty fun, but it's also totally some, like, rich person bullshit. The kind of thing that, like, to be clear, I definitely... the kind of rich person bullshit that I accept and would be interested in doing if it was at all reasonable, but... oh, I gotta be so careful. Was it the only two blokes? Billionaire romance story where some lady builds play toys around her house for you. I do think the funniest and most inexplicable one was... she was like, after getting the laundry started, I... what was that? Oh. Oh. She, like, goes to one of the bathrooms and is like, this is where... well, okay, first of all, there's, like, floor-to-ceiling toilet paper holders. Which she kind of barely remarks upon. But second of all, she goes in there to feed the cat. Oh my god, there's a guy right the fuck there. Let me pull you in more. I'd really like to get a good shot on this. Snake. Alright. Guy in the back there, I see him. Guy in the back there, I see him. They're not ready for this. Okay, whatever.
Nothing here.
Bro, that's straight up Snake. Watch out.
Nothing here.
Oh. Alright. I'm about to do something poorly advised.
This is HQ.
Control here. Ready, go.
What's going on? Respond.
Control here. We're being attacked. Enemy position unknown. Going into high alert.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use force caution.
That's not good. That's not good.
HQ, please.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
This is HQ.
Enough. Get up, get up. Get up, get up, get up. Uh-oh. Enough. I see you over there. Ow! I never should have started throwing grenades. Where's this guy? Oh, I see you. Alright. That was the caution meter ran out really quickly. That tells me everyone's dead. If there are enough bodies out, I'm gonna go... Oh. This guy either woke up or got killed. There's going to reach a point in these games where they're actually, like, grading my performance on how well I do. In the fighting. Damn it. I don't want the mushroom. I think I could probably just... send it to hell. I guess I could have still eaten it. It wasn't that bad. It's another life med. Okay, well, there's a door. They were not lying. This factory can abandoned. Oh, I saw over here through the hole. Let me out. Let me out. Okay. Oh. I'm not sure it looks like there's anything back here. Okay. Yucky, disgusting. Yay! Okay, I think there was a door. Yes, sneak up on him and scare him. Oh. I guess you don't need those.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volkin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent.
Ew.
I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by
Why does
Major
he straight up
Zero,
look like
the
a
man who
butler?
got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
I think it's very on the
He's a
nose,
man of
Snake.
his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volkin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism
Snake
from
from
hawks
the
in
first
army
two was very,
and the
like,
provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the
effective.
opposition so far. But the failure of his
Especially when he's
agricultural
like a
policies
character who can
has
tell you
put him
about
in a
things in 2
precarious
when
position.
you're playing it while you're playing as
And
Raiden.
on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
This Snake is
Precisely.
really some
In a sense, Khrushchev
Really,
is
really
his
something
biggest
else.
partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volkin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans.
He and his
That's
minions
not
have
enough
already
to
stolen the
satisfy
moon.
him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volkin from capturing me,
Huh. Well, I have good or bad news.
even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volkin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
I've seen the version of this scene where he says that and then they turn around with like a... Snake turns around with like an America shirt on or something. Or like America face paint.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I had to kill them. There was no other way. But no one will know we were involved.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov
She's
out
upset
of there.
with me. She's mad that I killed so many people for no reason. She probably isn't. She probably wouldn't give a fuck. Maybe that I was sloppy. But how sloppy can it really be if it works? See, that's a really convenient gap for like a claw to just... What are you doing, man?
Freeze!
That's not good.
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. Huh. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Now, that's not a revolver.
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Oh, what is his problem? Josh Keaton.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
That's the Ocelot we know. For sure.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
I didn't think he would sound like this, I will say. I don't know what I thought he did sound like.
Huh.
You're not the boss, are you?
Hello?
Crew operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
What's that guy doing? Or is that the one that Snake already shot with the... Yep. Get owned.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
For a...
Pretty good.
We won't be saying this. We won't be finishing the joke. He died forever.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU?
Perfect level of camp.
Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Now... I'll just just slam it flying open, huh? I don't think there's anything in here. No. Or is there? Well, that's clearly like a trapdoor, but I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. Interesting, though. Okay. I assume those guys will just remain stunned. More or less indefinitely. Hold on, I gotta be right back. Everybody behave. Ah, la, la. Can't get over the fact that he meowed. I don't think I'm ever gonna forget about that. Now, where did that other guy go? Not this way, I guess. But I don't know that I know where else if not. Back where I came from? Which sounds annoying. But I'm not seeing him anywhere else. Wait, could I have gone up here? In any way? I don't know if that'll, like, help me or anything, but... Whoops. Jumped on him and hurt him. Well, he was dead, but... the first time he meowed. Whoops. Revolver meows a lot. Oh yeah, okay, he's back here, I guess.
You okay?
Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's big cannon.
That's what they were making you build.
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo.
Mm-hmm.
Is that thing finished?
No, this is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
In a good way,
Yes.
right?
And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
It will begin an age of fear, not like this age at all. See, a lot of people talk about how water, like, the reason falling into water from great heights isn't actually safe is because the surface tension keeps it dangerous. Like, it's still, like, hitting it with sufficient speed will still hurt as if it was a hard surface. But a river moves fast enough. There's no surface tension. So you would land fine. Trust me on this. Also, hi the boss. First name The. I feel like you didn't have to do that. That seems unnecessarily contentious.
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Boss, watch out.
Huh? Hornets.
Oh, hi, Freak. I don't feel like the physical dynamics of that should have worked out the way they did, but it did look cool. That's the first unrealistic thing in this series.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
Oh, the evil Vizier voice.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Ugh.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time
don't
we
like that
go
at all.
to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood.
I don't think it is. I think it's raining normal.
Is he crying?
Kuwabara, Kuwabara.
once again, I'm glad I also in my
Joyful scene.
Tumblr post mentioned the, like,
Colonel Vogan.
seemingly
Welcome to my
supernatural
country
opponents, because
and to my unit.
these are some straight up, like, JoJo's characters now.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union.
Oh, okay.
Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads.
This is just a big Subway sandwich.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
This is not. There's no reason for me to go on. She stole my whole gun? She stole my gun in half? Oh, yes! Yes!
He's seen my face. We can't let him live.
Yeah, it's a yucky
Chef
moment.
finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
Okay, bye. Well, I still hear that. See? Totally fine.
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Swimming toys.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
I want to get lost in the rock and roll. I think it is really funny to picture me cheering for Snake getting attacked and hurt and his arm broken. For people who haven't seen the, like, funny edits of that scene that I have and was, like, technically reacting to.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah, just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left analog stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left analog stick to select the medical item and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations,
I googled something to make a joke, and not only has the moment passed, but I haven't been paying enough attention to all of this.
If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely.
Can you...
Understood?
No.
Yeah.
Stay with me.
Can you tell me again?
Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I got beat up real bad, and I don't feel good. Paramedic, my stomach hurts.
Snake, what are you doing? Hurry up and treat those wounds. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button.
Okay.
Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left analog stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left analog stick to select the medical item and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely.
I'll be honest, I still don't feel like I completely understand, but I'll try. Well, I don't have venom poisoning or stomach ache. Oh, you really can get stomach aches. That's nice. And I don't have colds. I don't have food poisoning either, so... okay. Cigar for removing leeches, okay. 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 Deep cut. Bleeding, no bandage, no disinfectant. Okay, yes. Deep cut, bleeding, no bandage, not yet disinfected. Okay. Okay. This is not that hard. Just use the stuff that says that it says to use. And I guess order doesn't matter either. Snake, open the menu and press the cure to listen to some gothic rock. I would recommend the head on the door. I'm really partial to their single love song. I will say, maybe they lost track of him in the river, or maybe they're waiting for, like, an even more significant moment when there's stuff even more wrong with him. But it is funny that she's literally called paramedic and mentioned that she can come in via parachute, but didn't.
Good job, Snake.
Good boy,
We're coming
Snake.
to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery
okay.
balloon. Can you set it up?
I understand now. My river. That's a lot of helicopters. What the hell is that?
Shagohod.
Shagohod. I see. I know now. This is kind of a girl. I wonder if it's going to become apparent that, like... Because this is the implication I get, to an extent. I wonder if it's possible she, like, intentionally... just, like, injured him in relatively non-minor ways and... threw him off the river to make sure, like, no one could finish the job on purpose. Like, still having an attachment to him. For whatever reason, in whatever way. Not wanting to see him actually dead. This guy's a real freak, huh?
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
Finally, a straw big enough for one of those American drinks.
What are we going
I
to
like
do
her.
with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
Well, unless they're gonna, like... one obligate woman who is just reduced to orbiting around a man. And being treated weirdly and misogynistically by the narrative and the other characters.
Not so fast, my dear.
Yuck.
A kiss of death?
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should.
It is funny that, like...
We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's
Hmm.
time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
That looks really silly.
Even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
Why'd he say that? Boss just casually dropped the nuclear warhead briefcase. Yeah. I hope Estinian's okay. After that blast. I realize I don't actually even know if that's his name. But I think it is. It's fine. Data save. Save. Okay. This game is really getting off to a powerful start. It's like 85 outside. Ugh. I'm already so sick of summer. Whoa. This is fun.
What a thrill.
A game by Hideo Kojima. And don't you forget it. Once again, I sure hope this song isn't gonna get me copyright flagged. I'm still so mad. I think I mentioned it on Friday's stream. But I'm so mad about the part of the end of Metal Gear Solid 2 that got muted in the VOD because of someone who made a song with it. Like, using a snippet of dialogue. It got flagged for the song. I looked it up. And it was so... It was the worst. The most angry I've been by one of those. Because at least, no matter how infuriating it is, if the actual music gets muted, that's fine.
Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frond.
She's so right.
So dear, the trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life.
Ooh.
Not for honor, but for you.
I do like the song, though.
In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I lie to you. I'm still in a dream,
Sweeter.
I'm still in a dream, snake.
Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. Very, like, James Bond movie theme song. Are they still doing those? I don't know when a James Bond movie last came out. Daniel Craig's been disappointed with the... uninterested in continuing to play the role for a few years. And I don't know if they've replaced him yet.
A
arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
That's fucked up. Oh, that was an astronaut.
So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that
I do like
matter
this
after
effect
you
with
two?
like the scan lines.
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
He does sound surprisingly like David Bowie.
No. This fox is still
In
one
his,
step
like,
ahead of the hounds.
acting
The reason I came to see you
performances.
today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban.
It's definitely not one of those ones that will explode when you finish with it.
This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson? Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB 754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time,
I saw it.
Our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your
Oh.
military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
Did Lyndon B. Johnson really sound like that?
So you haven't heard that. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin, of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend.
Yeah.
During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one.
You mean that's her real
And
name
she
and not
took
just what you
two
call her?
miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells.
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. Serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the boss, with Colonel Volgin's help,
The
stole
boss.
2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
Russian accent is getting more Italian by the moment. It's not great.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government.
Huh?
You have
Sorry.
one week.
Message held for
You
reason
must catch the
bullying
boss
for
yourself and
MFer?
recover the remaining nuclear device. Then you must find some way to prove your
It just doesn't
innocence.
add up sometimes.
Prove our innocence.
Yes, preferably something painful.
Bite this
Prove to me
onions.
that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I'll leave the disposal of this situation
But-
entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
The Russian is veering closer to Italian, but the
If you fail, it will mean the
Southern
beginning of a
American
new
accent
world
is veering
war.
closer to Johnny Bravo, so...
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
What?
Insiders?
Hello? What was that?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code
I mean,
names
it's
are
not
Adam and Eva.
that surprising
I've been told
because
that
of how
Adam
many
has infiltrated Volgin's ranks.
posters were in,
Also
like,
arranged
the second
to
game,
provide you
but
with an escape route.
getting the
You'll need to
briefest
rendezvous with
glimpse
him when
of
you
it
get there.
before it took away control from me was really funny.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
Man, I'm about to flip the fuck out. go again. Did I keep my everything this time?
This is Snake.
We're so back.
Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss?
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Unfortunately,
Our
reasonable.
priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels that was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right, then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square zero. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Yay!
Is this her last chance, too?
No, she's just hanging
she'll
out.
have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. He'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB
One more
contact,
guy.
is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How'll I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and Lali Lulelo.
Lali Lulelo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent. To the Khrushchev regime, at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission.
Okay.
Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Okay. Oh, I do have a suppressor. I have a 9-hole suppressors? That's nice. Do I have any other... I've still got a calorie mate. Said to be very tasty. There's another something kicking around down here. Is that a frog? That's a frog. Frog's not very good for my... meter. I thought I saw another something around here, but maybe it was another frog. That's another frog for sure. Okay. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. There's a lot of stuff moving in grass sounds around here. Hold on. CMed. Oopsie. I'm not sure what that was. Oh, maybe it was medicine of some kind. Our Snake H. Okay. Off we go. Keep on keeping on. Okay. It's actually very close to time to be done. Having a lot of fun. Horse! Okay, we're gonna see a cutscene and then we'll probably call it. Just because there's a... knowing this game and this series overall. Oh, that's where I crashed. Huh. Just a horse. Paramedic. What do horses taste like?
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
What's up with her stupid coat?
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
Now, it was only a week
What are
ago,
you
I'm
doing
pretty sure.
here?
That's just not necessary.
Go home. Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Now, whose fault is that?
Boss.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America.
Why does... Okay. First of all, why did the bullets
That should
spin
stir
like
things
that?
up a bit. You'd better hurry.
Oh, hello.
The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack?
You did say you were defecting. You said it yourself.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose.
You'll have to make a decision.
I don't expect you to forgive me.
Make a change or live and die this way.
But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well.
She is kind of awesome.
Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long.
I thought it was cute. Oh!
If we meet again, I'll kill you.
What's your problem?
Now, go home.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. That's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation.
I could do it.
Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
I don't need a gun, I just need to dive bomb, roll into them and knock them over, and then knife them until they die. It's it's easy for someone like me. That said. Oh fuck.
This is HQ.
Control here. It appears we've been infiltrated. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
I really wish I could, hold on. I have a map? I didn't even notice until now. I'm really happy to have that. I wish I could, like, lean up out of here. Or, like, I wish I could have my, like, non-first person view while crawling in grass. But... I guess while I'm here... I don't have any paint on. Virtually invisible. Anyway, yeah, like... very little so far of Boss's portrayal and characterization feels particularly like, oh, she's a woman, so she's got ties to the men in her life that, like, define her, like... Even the extent to which those connections are, like... It's more like she's integral to Snake than he's integral to her. And even, like, referring to the Cobra unit as her sons is not... It's different in a sense, and it's also, like, tying into the...
This is HQ.
Control here.
Understood. Return to your position.
like... military, like, commander of some kind referring to themselves as, like, a parent to their, like, main squad. You could even say it's more feminist for her to have that dynamic, since it's usually like... Okay, we're gonna go over here, where presumably no one is. Okay, and now we're gonna save.
Paramedic.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
4 days, actually.
Huh.
I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Then you must have seen me naked.
Come on.
Yeah, but you were all wrapped up in bandages and tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look.
Better luck next time.
Let's hope so. But seriously, don't forget that you were like that until...
It's great, yeah, it's
yesterday.
great that Paramedic
In fact,
gets to be
you
a
really shouldn't
nerd
even
with a
be
really
in
fun
special.
dynamic with him, except when it
Keep
gets
an eye on your
unnecessarily
stamina.
flirty.
If you start to run low,
For
don't
the sheer
push yourself. Eat
aspect
something
of
to replenish your stamina. And try not to get yourself hurt.
whatever.
If you're wounded or get bitten by a venomous animal, go into the survival viewer immediately and treat yourself using Cure.
Yeah. I can see you still know how to nag.
You're welcome. And I can see you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
Maybe so. By the way,
It's still a
I heard
relatively
you're gonna
small
lose
knock
your
against her
medical
character,
license if
though.
this
Like,
mission fails.
Yes, there was talk of that, but the mission won't fail.
in the
Will
same way
it?
that Fortune is really cool.
Good. I believe in you. But you know what?
And
I really don't care about my medical
the biggest
license.
flaws with her are fairly
Use that to force you to participate in this operation.
standard to
No, I
the women in the
volunteered.
series this far.
So that I could watch over you. Snake, you're the best agent I've ever seen. But you push yourself too hard.
Now-
You're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble, to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other. So that's why I volunteered. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
Thanks.
Works sometimes
Stop right
because
there.
if characters can talk endlessly about
You
special
can thank
interests
me
and
when
dish
you
at
get
each
that.
other, they can be a little fort sometimes. I think that's fair. I see where you're coming from, and I can agree. At least a little bit. No, wait, I'm not insanely biased. That's okay, though. Like, I definitely don't think it, like... I mean, again...
Okay, good luck, Snake.
Thanks.
Anyway. Well, yeah, like, just... It's one of those things that... At worst, it's not more misogynistic than... the other characters. And at best, you know, like... they have a real dynamic that's not just... It's not like Mei Ling, or I think also Natasha, in the first game. Where, like, the first conversation with both of them, Snake tried to be flirty. Anyway, thank you all for being here. I do need to make it clear ahead of time. I've actually made some plans for this weekend that will mean I will not be streaming at all Friday. So we're skipping a Metroid week. So the next time we see each other, we're just going to be playing more of this next week. Which is, you know, sweet with the sour. definitely not upset about. I'm happy to be playing both of these games. There's a certain like similar. I'm not going to dwell on this long since I'm trying to end stream, but there's an interesting point to make about how this one kind of ended up being a little bit of a Metroid-esque. There's a opening section where I have certain tools and items that I then lose in the process of being like attacked and injured. And so the first real stretch of the game is performed without them. I would play a like game that's like an in-between of a Metroidvania and a Metal Gear style game. Anyway, thanks everybody for being here. Hope that you all have a good rest of the day. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.